Good afternoon, Justin, Equine Edge, Gulfstream Park Race 3. I like the price on the one horse AG Diamond. You'll see here, big win percent, big pace number. So what we are looking for here is speed on the Tapeta. It did rain. It dumped rain in the last probably 30 minutes. Speed should hold here. You're getting just an absolutely great price, 6-1. Again, 40% to win. When we watch the race sim in the, watch today, to one of the toughest cards I've seen all meet at Gulfstream in this Royal Palm meet today. It's very tough. We'll talk about the races. This was probably my strongest opinion. We're currently getting 5-1. You can see this horse AG Diamond does look to be the speed of the speed. The 6 horse is the favorite. It's taking a ton of money. Does come up there at the stretch. But the thing is, I think the 1 could get loose, to be honest. And the 4 ends up running second on the race sim, comes 1-4. But you look here, Perez, they're a dangerous combo when they team up. They're actually teaming up later. They were dangerous as well there. Sorry, I think we lost internet there for a second. But the Perez combo can be dangerous. And so I think live at a big price for sure. So that's right. I saw a price here, AG Diamond. We'll get to watch the race. I think we won't get to watch the race here, but the race will go off while we're live. We'll talk about some other races and we'll come back to this, but I like it a price. If you want to play a pick 3, I was on the 5 and 7 here. I did think this was a tough sequence. I didn't play the pick 4, the pick 5. I did play some win bet here on the 1 again in race 3, AG Diamond currently getting 6-1. But I was on the 7 and 5, but I also thought the 1, 3 and 6 had a shot. In race 5, if you want to play the pick 3, you could play at the 1, a little spread in race 4, and the 9's going to be a big favorite. I think with the rain on the dirt, the horse has a shot. It's a brutal post. The only way to win out here is with speed. And I mean, if it doesn't run, it's wide open for these others. I thought Newplex as well as Handsome Playboy both had a shot if the 9 doesn't win, but the 9 could be tough. So you could play the 1 here, getting 7-1 to try to beat the favorite here in race 3. Again, AG Diamond in race 3. If you're just joining us, big shot on the lead, has a big pace figure, currently 6-1 off a 3-1 E morning line, and all the money is going to the 6. So I think that was my strongest play of the day, to be honest, which was in race 3, which is why I wanted to jump on. We'll talk about a few others late in the card. Normally on a day like this, I just wouldn't do a video because I don't have enough opinion. But again, I like the 1 here in race 3. We'll keep talking. I thought the late pick 5 is so tough. I couldn't even find a single. I'll talk about a few horses, though. I thought that in race 6, Any Moment had a big look. This is a very tough race, but Kent Sweezy, Miggy, you can see here has been running well. That was way too tough last out, and then now cuts back to 5. We're 1 and a 54 on the lead, but there's so much speed here on the Tapeta. For me, I was 6-2-4-1. I couldn't find a huge spot to narrow in the late pick 5. In race 7, I thought this was one of the toughest races outside of race 2, which just went. They're going to the post here in race 3. Again, race 3, we like the 1, AG Diamond at 7-1 if you're just joining us. But I thought race 7, tough race. I thought Coco Barrio had a shot. I thought Super Freaky Girl had a shot, but I also think Hot Cargo has a shot. Royally Blue, if the pace falls apart, but there's so much speed in race 7. Very tough. Race 8, I wanted to talk about this race mainly because you have a vulnerable favorite in Pemberley. I mean, Pemberley has not won, going 8.5 on the Tapeta in 12 starts, has 5 seconds, and is going to be the favorite. I just can't do it. I thought China Blue had a big shot. I was also on the 7, Nana Boo Boo. I thought Nana Boo Boo, but 3 or 7 here, maybe late. So if you want to play the pick 6, starting there in race 5, and maybe the 9 is a single in race 5, or you could go narrow and you could spread in a lot of these other races. But I was 3-7, 4-1 here, but really 3-7 I thought had a big look. So if you're playing the pick 6, both should be good prices, I would say, in race 8. And then we're going to watch this race. Currently getting 7-1 on the one horse. We need the one to get the lead here in race 3. So we'll listen in. AG Diamond on the lead. Let's see what we get here. It's a 17.5 claimer, so nothing crazy. 5 didn't break.
About 6 lengths slower than the others.
So the 1 and 3 both show speed.
Gets the early advantage. AG Diamond is at the rail out in the center. Here's Breezer moving.
The 1 didn't get the lead. We're toast. 3 got the lead. Well done. I think that Jaramillo. Yep, so good out of the gate.
They lead by a length over Breezer in second. At the rail, AG Diamond bides his time in third. Mr. Iceman fourth. Trying to catch up from the back is Alaric with Frosty Shop. They reach the top of the stretch. Nero Tulip, sharp to this stage. He leads by a length and a half. Working harder second is Breezer. Up on the outside, Mr. Iceman. Trying to slingshot off cover is AG Diamond.
Speaking to be dangerous, 3 gone. Yeah, so watch that today if you're playing. I mean, Tapeta going to be really tough. Lots of speed. Like 5-1 wins on Nero Tulip. Got the right trip, had the right play. Horse didn't break, couldn't get the lead. But I would say watch the Tapeta today. If you're playing on the Tapeta, it's with all the rain they got, it's going to be really dangerous. So if we go back, let's go back through, and then I'm going to let you all go. Again, not huge, strong opinion other than race 3, but horse couldn't get the lead. I mean, again, race 4, I thought I had the 7 on top, but, I think the 1-3-6 also could run a good race. Race 5 going to be most people's singles. If you want a single here in the pick 6, speed on the dirt. It is a brutal post, but could be tough. I thought Newplex maybe had a little bit of a look here. You could see lightly race. It's a questionable group, and now gets back to a comfortable spot after winning a 34. So if somebody's going to beat the 9, maybe the 4. But late pick 5, late pick 6, not strong opinion for me, as I mentioned. Most of you, if you just joined us, it's a tough card. I will give you my long shot of the day, though. I like 2 horses in this race 9, a very tough race. I would be very narrow here in the pick 5 or pick 6 or verticals. I like the 5 and the 1, both the 5 and the 1. Let's talk about the 1 first. Gets back to the Tapeta, ran really well in a 66 here, and then, has been on the turf, and now they get back over to the Tapeta, which the GSR goes up. You will see at 5, Chilean bred, a 73 GSR, and then goes to a 58 at 5.5. But this horse is really well bred to sprint on the Tapeta short. So, is he gonna like 5.5? We'll see. I mean, has run a good race there, and I thought had a big look. In the other long shot, I would say, again, same race, long shots a day, the 1 and the 5, but the 5 horse for Kathleen run its best races at 5.5 is the second pick for Scotty. You can see here. And then, drops. Both these races were very respectable. There's just a ton of speed in this race. So the 5 is going to be up there. The 1 might sit the trip, but I thought that the 5, in 5 tries has 2 wins in 2 seconds here on the Tapeta. So a must use if you're playing the pick 4 and the pick 5 there. It'd be a race in it. Of course, I think the 4 has a shot, but I was trying to beat maybe the 4 with the 1 or the 5. And then if you go to the last race, I would say when I looked here, it's a maiden. They're on the dirt. Again, we just had a bunch of rain. If you watch the race sim, the 4 definitely could get comfortable out front. It backs up, and the 6, it's the trip off the pace, but that's never easy on a wet track, and there's not a lot of speed here. So when you look at Song and a Breeze and then Lady Backtalk, the 4 never got the lead. This horse could get brave with the Apprentice on the front end. Another long shot. Again, it's a tough sequence this afternoon. I wish you all luck. We'll be back next week, more Gulfstream, but tough day today. And, tread cautiously, press your opinion. All right, we'll be back soon.